right, we're back in Merrick with George. We are here for vlog 3. Last time, if you recall, we were here. It didn't look like this at all. It was just getting ready for sheathing, I believe. We were talking about the strapping and just getting ready for what you see now. So we're gonna go through everything from staging of putting the straps on, getting the house ready to get inspected, to be able to make it to where it is now. What was the first step since we did the strapping that happened?
So let's go through what has happened in 3 weeks. We were just starting framing second floor. We wouldn't even finish second floor. So we did all the framing. We installed the roof, windows, doors, siding. We did rough electrical, all the wiring is done. We did the speakers, cameras, everything is wired. We're done with plumbing as well. AC is done. So pretty much we're ready for inspections for electrical, plumbing. Then we're gonna have to do insulation.
So talk about the outside first. People that are looking at the house, you can see a couple different things going on, right? You see a different type of siding on the left side and the right side, right? You see like this metal looking roof on certain spots, and then you see regular siding kind of in the middle. So explain the different things that are going on.
So for this house, we decided to go with AZEK boards. Now this is probably 3-4 times more expensive than your regular vinyl siding.
Okay.
But we just do it to be different. Not very many people do it, and those who do it, they really love their trade, because this is extra expense, probably not adds as far as value practicality, but it looks nice, right? It's pleasing, and you drive by, people take pictures and stuff, something different.
What is that made out of? Is it still a vinyl? Is it a wood?
It's called a PVC, basically. It's, the purpose of it is resistant to
like water.
Exactly, yeah, the elements, the weather elements, basically. It's not going to get damaged by water, does not get damaged by snow, any of that. So the nice part is basically you can control how big you want the lines, right? There are board and batten vinyls, let's say they go 1 foot apart, but here we went 3 feet apart, just kind of give it more different.
So you can basically design any style that you really want.
Exactly, yeah, you can do lines, you can do squares, you can do whatever you wish. This is basically, I like this look, so I went with it. We also gave a metal roof. Again, as far as practicality, it does not get any value, but it looks much more appealing, much more fancier. So that's why we decided to go with it.
Now, doing like a standard, that's a standard seam roof? Is that the same thing?
Yes, yeah, exactly.
So that style of roof, is that, how much more does it cost compared to
it literally costs like 5 times more.
5 times more?
Yes, it's very expensive. Material is expensive. Labor is expensive. Not everybody can do this. Like regular roofing guy, you have to bring special people who will specialize in this. But in the end of the day, basically the client will get good product, better looking product, and just something, you know, people will come in and say, what is this, what is, because it's just not, you see every day.
And how does it last compared to like a 30-year architectural shingle? Do you get more value out? Do you get a longer, same? Does it have any other issues compared to like a regular roof?
Probably lasts as long as this house will last. I mean, this is metal, nothing can, you know, damage it, so as long as you're not walking on it or jumping on it, it's going to be same for a long time.
So obviously you guys did the black gutters to kind of match the accents. Is there a certain size gutter that you recommend that you use throughout your property?
This is just regular gutters. I don't go crazy with gutters. You can get bigger gutters, but some things you can spend more, but probably not worth it. In my opinion, gutters are fine. But I can tell you a secret. Black and white will always sell more. If you build the same house with a gray and white windows, whatever, for whatever reason, people want black and white.
They love the black and white
at least nowadays.
Right now, they
maybe in 10, 15 years, people say, what the hell is this? I don't want it. But for now, whatever you're doing, do black windows and white siding. The house will bring more money.
Everybody loves that right now.
Yes, yes.
I see 2 different style windows on the outside. I see the windows on the right side, and then the one above the garage are different than the 3 kind of in the middle.
Yes.
What's the main difference of the windows on the outside?
These windows are double hung. You can open them. You can let the air in. Those windows are called picture windows. They do not open. They basically just let the light in.
Okay.
And the idea here is basically when you walk around, it's just like those big windows.
Just brings in a lot of light from the outside.
A lot of light, and it just looks very fancy, right? If you look, there's no house like that, so you're gonna be special in this block at least.
Yeah, no, it's true. I mean, I like the look that it gives, and especially since this is basically right where the staircase is, right? Yes. So as you're walking up and down the stairs, you're gonna be basically just flooded. You'll be able to look right outside the entire house. So outside, obviously, you now have the soffits installed. For the people that don't know, what's the purpose of the soffits underneath where all the venting is?
Well, we do vented soffits. Basically, it's for air circulation over the time. You know, It's gonna get stale if it's too hot and stuff. You still want some air circulating, taking out the old stale air, bringing in new air. So that's why you see those little holes every, I guess, third line.
Right.
This is vented soffits. I always do vented soffits because it just improves the house needs to breathe. Basically, people live
So
there.
it just helps circulate the air in the attic?
Exactly, yes.
Got it. And the one thing that we got to speak about is the signature door that we've come to always see on one of your projects. It's always that crazy steel door that weighs 1,000 pounds.
That is correct.
The George signature steel door, come to know and love. Every single property comes with a different designed iron door. One, what made you get into the iron doors? Because the first time I really ever seen it was when I met you the first time.
I think I'm the first one who started. Maybe not, I don't know. But for me, it just looks fancy, it looks nice. It's a strong, heavy door. When you touch it, when you open it, there's not of flimsy, fiberglass doors. This is like solid
style steel. I mean, it definitely gives that grand feel.
Exactly.
I mean, the door is literally, you feel it when you're opening and closing that door. It's no joke.
Usually I have double doors, but in this case, the design of the house, the shape of it is not allowed to have double.
Right.
But we still went with that. This is a 42-inch door. It's a large, usually you get 36 single door. I looked for a bigger door. It's a 42-inch door.
Okay.
So that's why we put it in here, and it just gives a really fancy look to the house, in my opinion. But not everybody likes it.
Not everybody likes it because they don't like to spend the money.
Exactly.
How much more is this style door?
This particular door was about $4,000. But to answer your question, you can buy a fiberglass door in Home Depot for $500, and most people will do that. Again, for some people, it's they call it flipping, whatever. They want to just keep it cost low so they can make most for their money. For me, it's more like I want to provide a good product.
Yeah, you're putting a quality product.
Exactly. So people can just enjoy their $1.5 million house with a nice door.
And now you can't stop because now every single one of your houses have one, so now they know.
Exactly.
If it came from ESG, if it had an iron door and if it had a bathtub in the shower.
That's right. That's right. You got it.
So last time we were here, we were still actually using the temporary staircase. But now you have the real stairs going in. So
we did.
Is there a name for the style of staircase? I forgot if you said that last time.
They call it tower.
A tower staircase.
Gone.
So once this is ready to go, basically this whole thing is going to come out.
Yeah. This actually can come out anytime because we already have it.
This is ready to go.
But I don't want people just walking around the lot because it's a very handmade white oak step. So I'll try to keep it as long as I can this stairs so they can carry stuff. You see, this is all handwork. You see how thick is this? The side is.
So this is white oak?
Yes, this is white oak. It's all square nose, handcrafted stuff. So I don't want people walking around.
What, you just stain this when the time comes? You stain this?
Exactly. In the very end, we'll stain it, but for now, we'll try to keep it covered, and then everybody can use the stairs.
So now, last time we were here, so there was no plumbing, there was no electrical.
No electrical, no windows.
No windows.
No AC ducts, nothing.
So let's talk about the windows first. So when you install the windows, I looked around, I see, so you have like this paper kind of going around.
Yeah, this is a moisture barrier. If somehow the water gets in, it still will protect your wood framing. So that's the purpose of it, basically, just an extra barrier for the water to be, because sometimes depending the water is coming this way, that way, storm something. Eventually something will come in here, and if you, let's say you have just this, if it hits it enough times, you'll start
eventually it's going to get
raw, whatever. So just to be safe, we'll put this water barrier.
So they put the water barrier down, and then when they install the window, it's basically just gets the flashing piece just gets nailed. I don't know if that's the right word, but it gets nailed.
Yes, it has the nail fins, we call them.
Nail fins.
On the other side, we nail them, and then once we do the insulation, we'll spray foam everything here to make sure there's no.
Oh, so it gets spray foam.
Yeah, all these little spaces that will get filled with the spray foam.
Okay, so just seal it tight.
Exactly.
So also, I saw that you guys just installed the sliding door. Now, I know you guys just cut off all the shims that were here. So, what are the shims used for when you're?
You have to have a door plumb, right? You have to have it straight. So once you straighten up, sometimes a little bit space there, this and this. So the shims basically stabilize the door. And like I said, don't worry about these gaps. They will all be filled with spray foam, with insulation, so the house will be tight. But just to make it straight, basically you need to shim and play with it a little bit.
And installing the doors is similar to the windows. You're putting the vapor barrier, the water barrier,
Exactly,
and
exactly.
then the shims to just keep it plumb, and then
That's
spray
right.
foaming just to seal it up.
Right. Yes.
So, as I was looking around before you got here, actually, I saw there's a lot of different type of wires.
Right.
Right. So, you know, for people that have never seen what it looks like for when houses are being wired before
Right.
all the walls are
So
closed
you
up.
have electrical wires. You have low voltage, which is your speakers, your cameras. Like right here, you can see this is basically camera wire.
So that's camera
Yes,
wire.
we pre-wire all our houses, and then if the client chooses to install cameras, we can do it for them, or they can do it themselves, whatever. But it's much easier to have it wired. If I finish everything and then they want to do cameras, they gotta break walls, they gotta go behind walls. So we're just trying to make their life easier when they move in.
Yeah, so like wires that are like over here. So like you see all these wires coming through the wall, and then they come into this junction box, right?
Yes.
So you see like there's some thicker wires, there's some skinny wires. What's the difference
Yes,
between
so
like
you
these
have
thick
wires
ones and
for lights, you have wires for outlets. Now this is again low voltage wire for a cabinet light.
under
So
cabinet
we
lighting?
do under cabinet lights, and then I have also under island lights. I mean, I got lights everywhere.
Lights everywhere.
That's a lot of wires.
And in the boxes, is there any difference between like the yellow wire and the white wires, or are they all just the same, just different color?
No, yellow wire is for the outlets, right? You have
Yellow's
15
outlets.
amps, 20 amps, different. You know, if you need some appliance that needs more power, less. So basically, electrician will do this wiring just to make sure everything is once we
get going.
Exactly, everything is set up.
So right now we're standing in the kitchen, right? So this is
Yes.
going to be a full wraparound
Exactly,
kitchen,
it's a
right?
wraparound
What-
kitchen.
What was the layout again for the people that maybe didn't watch the first couple episodes?
Right.
What's the layout of the kitchen again?
So basically, this kitchen starts somewhere here. You got your big sink, 36-inch sink cabinet. It's coming around here. You got your stove, 36-inch cooktop. You have to have a pot filler. Nobody
Key.
wants to walk around with a big pot of water. Then you come in this way again. It's again up to here somewhere, right here in this. We have a double oven, and next to it we're gonna have a fridge. So as you can see, the fridge already set up.
So that's the water for the fridge.
Water and ice line is all set up. So we're pretty much ready for
So basically, you're going to
inspection
have
and then close the walls.
upper and lower cabinets
Exactly.
throughout this whole section.
Yes.
Minus just obviously for the appliances.
And
So
then you have a very large island here. It's a 4-foot island. Usually it's 3. We're gonna go 4 because we have space. It's gonna have a waterfall. It's about 8 feet long. So
that's going to look real nice.
when wants to have a party, they can
you got plenty.
dance on this island.
So in the kitchen, as I've been looking, you see a couple of like these metal plates kind of
Yes.
going around. Is that to coat? Is that something for code? Is that just something you do?
No, you have to have it. Now the purpose of it, when the sheetrock guy starts screwing to the studs, this will stop for a screw going in, right?
Oh,
If
okay.
you don't do that, screw will go through this water pipe, and eventually the screw will rust. The water will come out, and you're gonna get big problems.
Big problems.
The water starts dripping behind your sheetrock. So that's the purpose of this.
Okay, so that's the code now. Those not
Yeah, it is code. It is code. You have to have it. If you don't have it, I mean,
you're not passing.
exactly.
And then all these that are sealed up, these are the PEX water pipes.
Yes, this pipe basically is insulation. Again, same thing. In the let's say in cold water, in hot weather, it will start condensate, and over time, this will again create moisture problems behind the sheetrock. So that's
So you got the red is obviously
it's
hot.
hot water. Well, hot water basically you have to keep so you're efficient. You don't want your heat dissipating till you get to the.
So putting these
water.
on, is this code also, or is this?
Yes, everything is required. The inspector will check for this because they want to make sure that you're building an efficient house, right? If you're losing your heat and the pipes are leaking, everything is, what they're inspecting, right? They have to make sure.
So, and then also, so when I look up right now, I'm looking at, we're obviously still in the kitchen. So I see so many different style lights these days, right? Of what you people do. People are putting in sometimes the LED ones that have like the little junction box that just go up and like kind of click in over the sheetrock, and then these ones are more basically the whole bracket, and then you're installing the can. Is that a can light?
Housing. No, it's not a can light. It's basically hybrid what you were describing.
Okay.
But it still has a housing.
Okay.
Just stuck it in there. We're gonna have pending lights here.
Pendant lights above the island.
Yeah,
So basically, these ones are just these brackets in the ceiling are really just holding that LED fixture
That's
inside.
right.
Inside.
that's correct. That's correct. We also have wiring for speakers. We provide speakers, surround system.
Right. So for people that didn't follow along, also, so we're standing now in
This is gonna be a
living
family room, basically. You can put a big couch here, mount your TV. There's a bunch of wires here for your TV, internet, cable, your speakers, like a little hub here. Everything comes. So whoever moves in, they don't do anything else. They just call Verizon or whoever, they'll connect it, and all the wires are here already in place.
Yeah, see, it's, to me, like as a home buyer, like these are the little things that you're gonna appreciate as you move in. Not having to worry about like I hate seeing wires at my house. Like I try to hide every wire. So knowing that like you took the extra step,
Yes,
ran
everything is
HDMI.
pre-wired. Everything is behind. Even HDMI cable. Let's say you have a cable box here. It's already inside, so there is no wires outside the room.
Right, so everything's gonna be hidden inside the walls, and then this is what for surround sound like speaker wire.
Yes, you have 2 large speakers. You also have a master
And then
primary
there's also
bedroom.
for music, whatever they want to do throughout the entire house.
Bluetooth or TV or whatever you want to do with it. Everything is connected.
I mean, like you said, you make it as perfectly as you can.
We're trying our best. There's still room for improvement, so every time we
Do another one, you add a little bit more.
exactly yes, better and better. We listen to our clients and they say, hey, why don't you do this, why don't you do that, and we'll try to provide next time.
Now, as we walk over, I want to talk about a little bit of the plumbing in the bathroom also. But I see like everybody has these marked lines for the electric. Is that something that has to be done? Like they only can take up a certain hole size through the studs or anything of that nature?
Yes, you cannot do. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's about 40%.
That's the max you can take.
Yes, you cannot be more than 40% because after that it compromises the structural integrity. But this particular, obviously, for a wire is not a big deal. But sometimes you have like a plumbing and a
Where they cut out the whole stud.
yeah. Let's see. I like right here. Let's see. See sewer pipe. That's the biggest one, right? You're gonna run. So still, you're good. It looks like they're right dead center in the middle.
Right dead center in the middle.
If it's too low, I think it's up 2 inches. If it's less than 2 inches, you're not gonna pass inspection.
Got it.
So these things, obviously, hopefully plumber knows.
Because it's still structural.
Yes. You don't want to have a joist that's not good, because if you put some weight and put a table or a couch or whatever upstairs, you're gonna have
comes crashing down. We got a problem, huh?
yes. So that's the purpose of marking, and they want to make sure the hole is right size.
This is your AC return?
Yeah, so we have 2 zones in this house. We have 1 unit upstairs, 1 downstairs. So the one from downstairs is gonna suck the air from there, and then you have the floor, like you see those things. We'll bring the
Okay, so you did the ductwork, the vents in the floor, instead of the ceiling.
Yes.
And so right here, this is where the filter will be,
Yes, this is where the stale air will go in, and then fresh
air comes up
from the bottom. But interesting, once again, that we do extra things. Like in the kitchen, there is no really space to put a floor duct.
Right.
So we decided to help out from the top.
Oh, okay.
So we brought up 1 just to
keep the kitchen.
probably enough because it's an open space.
But when that stove is on and everybody's cooking and everyone's eating.
Exactly. So you want to have a little help from
up top.
above.
Gotcha. So everywhere else throughout the house, it's all coming from the floor.
Yeah,
no
but
overhead.
You have cabinets here, right?
Right.
You could do a
Kick plate?
Kick plate, but that's very,
Very small.
very small. Here you're gonna get a nice cold air coming in if you're sweating and cooking.
So you'll have everything here.
Filling up your pot fill.
Picture, we just walked upstairs. You're standing on this huge platform, and you see this room. Obviously, you're gonna have nice double doors.
Exactly.
You walk in, and most people would be like, "Oh, this is like a nice upstairs family room or another hangout room." No.
This is actually a primary. The big boss is gonna live here.
The boss.
Whoever's in charge in this house.
So this is what you're standing in is all primary. This room,
Yes.
this bathroom, this entire place is not just a place to hang out. This is legitimately your bedroom.
Yes, it is your bedroom. Like I said, my favorite part in the house is always to have a big primary bedroom, big walk-in closet, and obviously nice big bathroom with a standing tub and a shower.
I mean, this room, I know the ceiling helps it with the height. I mean, obviously you're gonna have the vaulted ceilings in here, but this room, how big is this room again?
This room is 22 feet by 17 feet.
22 by 17, and do you know what it is from the floor to the top of the
It is 13 feet.
13 feet, because it looks gigantic.
Yes. You gotta have a nice primary bedroom so people. Again, if you're spending a lot of money, you gotta have a lot of nice things. This is how I look at it. This house will go, who knows, 1.5, 1.4, and you cannot have a small bedroom, small bathroom. You have to have a lot of space. You have to have a lot of nice space so you can just
And
feel
nice
like.
space is what's important, because so
Yes.
many investors will they'll take away some living space and squeeze in that extra bedroom.
No.
Instead, now you have 4 bedrooms, but they're all freaking shoe boxes.
Yeah, at this point, I'm not even building to like make most money. It's for me like to provide nice houses, and then money will come. Basically, if you keep building good
It follows.
quality stuff, money will come. That's how I look at it. And so far, I've been blessed.
So real quick, now that the bathroom is more framed and plumbing are going in, people can more visualize what's happening. What is the ESG layout that everybody's come to know
This is
about?
pretty much same in every house. You have double vanity, you have shower, and you have a tub. Sometimes you have a skylight. In this particular case, something went wrong. The skylight was on an angle, this and that, so we decided to eliminate. So next house, we're gonna do skylight.
Next one I'll have 2.
Exactly. We're gonna make up for one that we lost here.
So the free soaking tub will be here.
Yes, this is the tub. It's gonna be a little bit closer so you have enough space. And sometimes people wanna soak in the tub and jump out, take a shower. I mean, nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with
I
that.
do it all the time. So it relaxes you. Cold shower, you need it.
And then obviously you already have it wired for the exhaust fan too.
Yes, we have exhaust fan. We have AC here. It's for the heat.
And AC, and they have an AC in the bathroom also.
And there's a toilet behind you. So basically, this is pretty much standard setup. At this point, I probably need to come up with something new, but I don't know.
Right now it works.
I'm looking. And then you have a walk-in closet, very large, bigger than your friend's room in the city. It's 100 square feet, so you can set up, again, U-shape.
All the racks.
Yes, all the racks you need, all the shoes your wife or girlfriend can store. Everything is here.
So what's next for everybody? For the next time we're going to come back here, what could we expect to really?
So next step is obviously we're going to pass all the inspections.
Right.
Then we're going to do spray foam insulation. We're going to insulate the whole
Do you
house.
like the spray foam over?
Of course. It's more money, but it's much more efficient.
How much more money are we talking? Double the price?
About double, yes. If it depends if you do closed cell, open cell, but average it is actually double, but also your efficiency is double.
Gotcha.
Your house is much more energy efficient. Your bill's gonna be lower because
Long term you'll save.
Exactly, yes.
So by next time we come, you'll have your inspections passed. You'll probably start the installation.
We're gonna insulate everything. We're gonna start sheetrock, and after that it's about 2 months. So far
Flies after that.
Yes.
So by the next time we come back here, everything will pretty much be closed up. The walls will be insulated and closed.
Yes. We discussed today basically what's
behind
the closed walls.
Right.
So we're gonna close the walls, and probably will be floor might be in. We're gonna have painting going on. Bathroom's gonna be done. That's definitely that's next step, right? Once you close the walls, we start tiling. Everything's gonna be tiled.
That's when once the walls are closed, people are really gonna start visualizing how everything is gonna look.
At this point, it's still hard to see what we're working on, how we, what's our vision. But once we start doing the bathrooms and close the walls, you'll see the size of the rooms. You'll see it's gonna feel like home.
So if you want to see what this house is gonna look like fully sheetrocked, make sure you hit that bell, hit the subscribe button, and check in for episode 4 of what this house is really going to start taking shape into. And if you have any questions, make sure you DM us or comment below so we can get them answered on the next episode.